Listen to me right now, because what I'm about to tell you is not coincidence. It's divine timing. You didn't come across this message by accident. You are standing on the edge of something extraordinary. God is about to drop a massive wind on you. A wind so big that it will silence your doubters, heal your pain, and rewrite your story. This is not an ordinary season. This is the turning point. This is where everything that once worked against you begin to work for you. The wind of change is blowing, and it carries the fragrance of God's favor toward your life. You've been through nights that made you question if God even remembered your name. You cried silent tears, wondering if your prayers disappeared into thin air. But hear this truth. God has been listening the entire time. Every tear you shed was counted. Every word you spoke in faith was written in His record. Every time you stayed faithful when it didn't make sense, God took note. And now the heavens are shifting in your favor. What looked like a delay was divine preparation. What felt like rejection was redirection. God was setting the stage for a massive win, a breakthrough so astonishing that only He can receive the glory for it. When God decides to move, He doesn't move in small ways. He moves in ways that change everything. You're about to witness that kind of movement, the kind that makes you stop and say, only God could have done this. You may not see it yet, but something is stirring behind the scenes. God is aligning people, opportunities, and open doors that will collide perfectly with your purpose. The waiting, the silence, the confusion, it was all part of the orchestration. Because when God finally releases what He's been preparing, it will happen suddenly. The phone call, the opportunity, the healing, the promotion, it will come like a flood. One moment of divine favor will outweigh years of struggle. So don't despise where you are right now. This is not punishment, it's process. God has been pruning you, shaping you, and preparing you for the weight of His blessing. You cannot carry a massive wind with a small mindset. You cannot step into divine overflow with old habits and broken confidence. That's why you had to walk through seasons of isolation. That's why people had to leave. That's why you had to face disappointment. Because God was stretching your faith to the capacity of the blessing He is about to drop on you. There are moments in life when God hides you. He hides you. Not because you are forgotten, but because He is forming something greater inside you. You've been in hiding, not because you are unworthy, but because the magnitude of your calling required silence and solitude. God was working on the roots before He revealed the fruit. The deeper the roots, the higher the rise. And now your roots are ready. The soil of your spirit has been broken, watered, and strengthened. God is about to bring you into a season of a manifestation. Hear me clearly. This wind is not ordinary. This is not just about money, status, or recognition. This is about destiny. God is about to prove that every loss had a purpose. The same people who overlooked you will witness your elevation. The same situation that broke you will become the reason you rise. Because when God delivers a wind, it comes wrapped in redemption. You will recover what was lost. You will rebuild what was destroyed. You will rewalk the path where you once fell, and this time you will stand in victory. Some of you have been feeling tired, spiritually exhausted, emotionally drained. You've been asking God, when will it be my turn? Let me tell you, your turn is coming faster than you think. God never forgets a faithful heart. You've been sowing seeds in the dark, and you're about to reap in the light. The harvest is coming. And when it comes, it will come in abundance. The same field where you saw barrenness will overflow with light. The same hand you lifted in prayer will hold the reward of endurance. God is about to drop a massive wind on you, and when it does, it will change the rhythm of your life. Your pace will shift. Your energy will rise. Your faith will ignite like fire. Doors that were locked will swing open without resistance. Opportunities that you didn't even pursue will come chasing after you. People who once ignored you will seek your wisdom. Why? Because God's favor has a sound, and when it falls upon you, the world will hear it. Favor announces itself. It cannot be hidden, and it cannot be stopped. You have to believe it before you see it, because faith is the currency of heaven. The moment you believe that God can do it, He begins to move. The moment you speak it with conviction, you activate divine power. Stop doubting your own prayers. Stop rehearsing your failures. Stop comparing your timeline to others. God's plan for you is unique. Your delay was not denial, it was design. Every time something didn't work, it was because God was preparing something better. Every time you thought it was over, God was actually beginning again. Don't let fear rob you of what's next. Fear whispers lies, but faith declares truth. And the truth is this: God is not finished with you. Your story is not over. Your best chapter hasn't even been written yet. The same God who brought you through pain will bring you into promise. You are about to see the evidence of His hand in your life like never before. The people who thought you were finished will have to watch God lift you higher. The same circumstances that once crushed you will now serve as your platform. You may feel small right now, but God is about to expand you. You may feel unseen, but God is about to showcase you. You may feel forgotten, but God is writing your comeback. The stone that was rejected is becoming the cornerstone. The last is becoming first. The weak is becoming strong. Because when God releases favor, He doesn't ask permission. No gate can block it. No enemy can stop it. No system can contain it. The divine decree has already been spoken over your life. And when God says yes, no force on earth can say no. Your wind will not be quiet. It will echo through the lives of others. It will inspire those who are struggling. It will prove that faith still works. When people ask, how did this happen for you? You will simply say, God, because only He could take you from where you were to where you are going. You didn't climb by luck. You were lifted by divine power. And when God lifted, He lived completely. He doesn't just bless you halfway. He bless you beyond expectation. The pain you endured was never wasted. God used it to refine you, not define you. He used it to build the spiritual muscle, not to break your spirit. You've been tested because your blessing is heavy. Only those who survive the fire can handle the gold. You've survived the storms that would have destroyed others. You've stood through winds that would have broken others. That's why you're still here, because God has something massive to release through you. You've proven faithful in the famine, and now you will feast in abundance. Some of you are about to step into rooms you didn't even apply for. You're about to receive blessings that weren't even on your radar. That's how God works. He surprises you. He blesses you in ways that exceed logic. He does it so that you never mistake His blessing for coincidence. What's coming your way will have divine fingerprints all over it. It won't make sense to the human mind, but your spirit will know it's God. But here's the truth. Before the wind drops, there will often be warfare, because big blessings attract big resistance. When you feel sudden pressure, Don't panic. That's a sign that breakthrough is near. The enemy doesn't fight empty vessels. He fights those carrying destiny. If you've been facing unusual opposition, take heart. It's proof that something powerful is about to be released. Keep standing. Keep believing. The battle is a sign that victory is close. God doesn't bless the lazy or the fearful. He blesses the faithful. Keep your spirit in alignment. Stay obedient even when it's uncomfortable. Keep speaking faith when your circumstances scream doubt. The moment that you give up is the moment before it happens. Don't quit now. You've come too far. Every seed of faith you planted is about to break through the soil. You're about to see the green shoot of new beginnings rise out of the ground. God is faithful to complete what He started in you. There are seasons when God allows everything to look dead so He can reveal resurrection power. When nothing seems to move, that's when God is working most. When the silence feels unbearable, that's when God is speaking through stillness. When doors close, that's when He's preparing the right one to open. You cannot rush divine timing. The same God who made the stars move in order knows how to align your life perfectly. You don't have to push the door open. God will open it when the time is right. Your next season will not require the same energy as your last. You will move with a grace, not grind. You will attract instead of chase. You will rest while God works. Because when favor falls, it removes friction. Things that once felt difficult will flow easily. Relationships will align effortlessly. Resources will appear without struggle. You won't have to force it because divine order doesn't need effort. It needs faith. Your faith is about to be rewarded. The seeds of trust you planted in tears are about to produce joy. The prayers you whispered in loneliness are about to echo in victory. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not behind. You are being positioned. You are not empty. You are being filled. This win is not coming to restore your ego. It's coming to reveal God's glory through your life. When God prepares to release a massive win, He begins by shifting the atmosphere around you. Suddenly, what once seemed comfortable starts to feel unsettling. The job you once loved starts to feel too small. The place you once fit in no longer feels like home. This is not a sign of loss, it's a sign of elevation. God begins to make the old uncomfortable because the new is calling. You feel it deep inside. Something greater is pulling at you. Something beyond what your eyes can see. That restlessness is divine stirring. It's God's way of saying, I'm preparing to move you to another level. The divine plan often begins in disruption. The shaking you're experiencing is not meant to destroy you, but to remove what cannot stay. God shakes your foundation so that only what is built on truth remains. He removes the temporary to make room for the permanent. That is why people walk away without warning, doors close without explanation, and plans collapse without reason. But behind that chaos, God is orchestrating alignment. Every subtraction is a setup for addition. Every exit creates space for new entry. God never removes without the intention to replace. And what He replaces is always greater than what you lost. When God is about to bless you, He first tests your heart. He examines your motives, your patience, your loyalty. He allows delays to purify your intentions. Because if you receive a win before your heart is ready, that blessing could destroy you. So if you've been waiting longer than expected, understand that God has not forgotten you. He's refining you. He's building spiritual muscle inside you so that when the blessing arrives, you can sustain it. Many can receive, but few can maintain. God is preparing you not only to receive, but to remain victorious. You must learn to trust the silence. God often hides His greatest works in seasons of stillness. When nothing seems to move, that is when He is positioning everything. Just because you cannot hear Him does not mean He is not speaking. God speaks through direction, through timing, through doors opening and closing. Silence is not absence, it's a strategy. God does His deepest work away from human eyes. And when the time is right, He will reveal what He's been building in secret. What takes years to prepare will manifest in a moment. That's how divine timing works. One moment you're praying in private, the next you're walking in public victory. This is not the time to grow weary. You are standing at the edge of fulfillment. What you are feeling right now is not defeat, it's the pressure of transformation. You are being stretched, molded, refined. God is reshaping your mindset to match the magnitude of what's coming. You cannot step into a new dimension with an old mentality. You must let go of the fear that once guided your choices. You must release the doubts that limited your faith. God cannot fill a vessel that's already full of fear. Empty yourself of anxiety so He can fill you with assurance. Some of you have prayed for blessing, but what God is sending is far greater than what you imagine. You ask for restoration, and He's preparing resurrection. You ask for provision, and He's preparing overflow. You ask for survival, and He's preparing success. That's why it's taking time, because what's being built is bigger than what you requested. God is a God of abundance. When He gives, He doesn't give sparingly. He pours until your cup runs over. He multiplies until the blessing touches not only you, but everyone connected to you. This wind will not just change your life. It will ripple through generation. There's a reason your journey was difficult. The weight of your struggle is evidence of the greatness inside you. God never allows unnecessary pain. Every disappointment carried instruction. Every heartbreak carried wisdom. Every detour carried a redirection. And now all those pieces are coming together. The confusion you once felt will soon make sense. The pain you endured will soon reveal its purpose. God never wastes a wound. He transformed pain into power, struggle into strategy, delay into destiny. The very things that broke, you will become the foundation that strengthens you. Do not let the memory of failure paralyze your faith. God does not measure you by your past. He measures you by your potential. Every time you fell, He saw the strength to rise. Every time you doubted, He saw the spark of belief still burning inside you. And it is that spark that He is about to fan into flame. The enemy wanted you to think it was over, but God is about to show that it was only the beginning. He specializes in turning endings into new beginnings. God's blessing do not come to those who rush, they come to those who rest in trust. When you stop trying to control everything, you allow God to control it. Surrender is not weakness, it is the highest form of strength. It says, God, I trust you more than I trust my own plans. And when you reach that point of a full surrender, you will see miracles unfold effortlessly. Because faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. When your heart aligns with the trust, your reality aligns with the divine purpose. You are about to witness divine reversals. Everything that was turned against you will turn in your favor. The very ground that buried your hope will now birth your harvest. What was meant to destroy you will elevate you. Because when God drops a wind, He doesn't just lift you, He redeems you. He takes every unfair moment, every false accusation, every betrayal, and uses it as material for your victory. You won't just survive. You'll shine through it. The pain that once silenced you will now amplify your voice. This next season requires a posture of expectation. You must wake up every day with the confidence that God is working. Don't speak defeat when victory is near. Don't entertain doubt when miracles are forming. Your words are spiritual seeds. Plant faith, not fear. Declare what you expect, not what you see. Speak life even when circumstances look dead, because your tongue carries the authority to invite divine power. When you speak with faith, you are prophesying your future. Every obstacle you faced was never meant to block you. It was meant to reveal you. Pressure produces diamonds, and fire purifies gold. You've been under pressure because there's something valuable inside you. God doesn't test what's empty. He tests what's precious. That's why your fight has been intense. But the intensity of your battle is a proof of the greatness of your destiny. The harder the storm, the stronger the sail. You were built for this. God trusted you with this journey because He knew you would not break. There will be moments when it looks like nothing is happening. But in the unseen, everything is shifting. God's hand moves quietly before His glory is revealed publicly. The next chapter of your life is already written in heaven. It's only a matter of time before it unfolds on earth. You won't have to chase what's yours. It will find you. What carries your name cannot be taken by another. The moment God decides it's your turn, everything that belongs to you will align effortlessly. When this win arrives, it will come with peace. You won't have to fight for it or defend it. You will simply walk into it, because what comes from God carries no sorrow. It flows with grace. You will know it's from Him because it will not require compromise. It will not drain you. It will fulfill you. It will not confuse you. It will confirm you. It will bring clarity where there was chaos, stability where there was shaking, and abundance where there was lack. This is your season of divine exposure. You've been hidden long enough. The world is about to see what God has been developing in you. Every hidden effort, every quiet prayer, every unseen act of obedience, God saw it all. And now He's about to reward it openly. You don't need a validation from people when God is the one who is about to elevate you. The same ones who doubted you will have to watch as God sets your life on display. But as you rise, remember humility. The same God who lifts can also humble. Keep your heart anchored in gratitude. The win is not the destination, it's the demonstration. It's God showing His power through your obedience. The higher you go, the deeper your roots must remain in faith. Never allow success to make you forget the source of your strength. The blessing must always point back to the blesser. You will soon look back on this season of struggle and realize it was the most important chapter of your life. It built you, refined you, and prepared you. Without it, you would not be ready for what's coming. So instead of resenting the waiting, thank God for it. Every delay was divine protection. Every no was redirection. Every closed door was saving you from something not meant for your destiny. What felt like loss was love in disguise. Prepare for the unexpected. God loved to surprise His faithful ones. He will open doors you didn't knock on. He will connect you with the people you never imagined meeting. He will release favor in areas you never considered. This is the nature of divine abundance. It exceeds logic. What's coming will be greater than anything you prayed for. Because God answers not according to your request, but according to His greatness. Every time God prepares to release something great into your life, He first begins by separating you from the noise, the distractions, the unnecessary attachments, the habits that drain your spirit, all must fall away. Because when God is about to deliver something massive, He requires focus. He doesn't bless confusion. He blesses clarity. The silence you are in right now is not punishment, it's purification. God is cleansing your environment so your spirit can hear clearly, see clearly, and receive clearly. You cannot carry divine abundance with a divided attention. That's why He has been closing doors and cutting ties. It's not rejection, it's realignment. When a seed is buried in the ground, it looks like it has been forgotten. It's dark, it's alone, and nothing seems to be happening. But inside that darkness, life is forming. The soil that seems to suffocate is actually protecting. The silence that feels endless is actually necessary. Because when the right season comes, the seed breaks open and growth begins. That's exactly what God has been doing with you. You've been buried in obscurity, misunderstood by others, underestimated by many. But what they didn't see is that beneath the surface, you were growing. And now, that divine seed of purpose inside you is ready to break forth. The season of emergence has arrived. God is about to lift you from the hidden place and place you in the position of visible favor. Do not fear the unfamiliar. When God is about to drop a massive wind, He often leads you through paths you've never walked before. The unknown is not to frighten you, it's to strengthen your trust. If everything were predictable, there would be no need for faith. God deliberately places you in situations where your wisdom ends, so His wisdom can begin. When you reach the end of your ability, you step into the realm of His possibility. That's where miracles are born. That's where supernatural shifts happen. You don't have to know how it will unfold. You just have to know who is unfolding it. There's a reason your spirit has felt stretched lately. You've been praying for breakthrough, but God has been expanding your capacity. The blessing He is preparing is larger than what your old mindset could handle. You can't pour rivers into a cup meant for drops. So He's enlarging your thinking, broadening your expectations, and deepening your faith. Every time you face uncertainty, remember, it's not to break you, it's to build you for what's next. The strength of your foundation determines the height of your elevation. The deeper the roots, the greater the fruit. You may look around right now and see nothing changing, but God never begins His work on the surface. He starts deep within. He is rewriting your inner narrative, removing doubt, fear, and insecurity, so that when the wind arrives, you'll know how to carry it with confidence and humility. God does not want you to depend on the blessing. He wants you to depend on Him. The moment you make the blessing your focus, it loses its power. But when God is your focus, every blessing finds you effortlessly. Seek alignment before arrival. The wind will follow those who stay faithful to divine purpose. When God lifts you, it will not just be for your comfort, it will be for your calling. The wind He is preparing is not random, it is strategic. Through your breakthrough, others will believe that God still moves in power. Your story will become a testimony. Your rise will become evidence that faith still works. That is why you must hold your head high and walk with integrity. God is not just giving you wind, He's giving you influence. And influence is sacred. It must be handled with wisdom and humility. Understand this truth. Sometimes God delays the win because the wrong people are still connected to your life. He cannot release divine favor where disloyalty dwells. He will not pour abundance into a place where it will be mishandled. That's why people have drifted away. That's why relationships ended suddenly. You didn't lose them. God removed them to protect the next season of your life. The blessing that's coming cannot survive in a toxic environment. God is preserving you for purity, not popularity. Your spirit must rise before your situation does. Many want the result without the refinement. But God knows that if He gives you a massive win before your spirit matures, you will mishandle the miracle. So He allows seasons that stretch your endurance and test your faith. You've had to praise in pain, believe in silence, and keep walking when everything in you wanted to stop. But that's what made you strong enough to handle what's coming. You've proven that your faith is not dependent on circumstances, it's anchored in conviction. And that kind of faith is what attracts divine power. When God releases favor, it comes suddenly. You may wait for years, but when the time comes, it happens in an instant. One encounter, one opportunity, one open door, and everything changes. The same people who once overlooked you will begin to notice you. The same situation that caused the pain will become the platform for your rise. God does not operate in human time. He operates in divine timing. You may think you are late, but in His design, you're right on schedule. Some of you are walking through a transition that feels uncomfortable. It feels like everything familiar is falling apart. But what if this isn't falling apart? What if it's falling into place? What if the very discomfort you are feeling is the signal that a new chapter is opening? God often allows endings to create beginnings. He removes stability, not to destroy it, but to replace it with something unshakable. So if your life feels uncertain, take heart. It's because you're being positioned for divine certainty. Your win will not look like everyone else's. God is personal. He tailors every blessing according to the design of your purpose. Don't compare your journey to others. Comparison blinds you to your own miracle. You don't need what they have. You need what God prepared for you. And what's meant for you will not pass you by. Even if it seems delayed, it's still destined. What God shields for your life cannot be stolen, cannot be reversed, cannot be sabotaged. And remember this, God never forgets the faith of those who trust Him in the dark. You prayed, you've waited, you've endured, and God has seen it all. Not one act of faith goes unnoticed. Not one prayer goes unanswered. The silence was never neglect, it was preparation. Heaven has been recording your endurance, and the time of release is near. The season of waiting is giving birth to the season of winning. You are about to walk into the manifestation of everything you believed for, cried for, and stood for. This win will not just restore your strength, it will restore your name. God is about to redeem your reputation. Those who misjudged you will be silenced by the evidence of divine favor. Those who doubted you will have to acknowledge that God's hand has been upon you all along. And when that happens, remember humility. You are being lifted not to boast, but to bless. The higher God raises you, the greater your responsibility to lift others. Sometimes the greatest proof of faith is how you respond when nothing happens. Will you still praise when the doors stay closed? Will you still trust when the path remains dark? Will you still move forward when there's no sign of progress? Because faith is not built in victory, it's built in the valley. God uses valleys to develop vision. The reason you had to walk through pain was so you could recognize the value of peace. The reason you faced loss was so you could carry compassion. Now, when the blessing arrives, your heart will know how to handle it with grace. When God gives you the win, don't run from responsibility. Blessings are assignments. With every gift comes divine expectation. You are not just being blessed for yourself, you are being positioned to impact others. The abundance coming to you is meant to flow through you. Don't hold the blessing, share it. Don't hide your light. Let it shine so others can see that faith still prevails. You are the vessel through which God's glory will flow. Your destiny is calling louder than your doubt. The same power that created the heavens is now working behind the scenes of your life. Do not measure your progress by what you see. Measure it by what you feel in your spirit. You can sense that something is shifting. You can feel that something divine is near. That's because you are walking into a moment of divine orchestration. Everything that once seemed random will soon reveal its reason. The divine plan will make sense in hindsight. God is about to drop a massive wind that will leave you speechless. Not because it will make you famous, but because it will make you realize how faithful He has always been. It will humble you. It will bring tears to your eyes. You will remember the nights you almost gave up. And you'll see how every moment led to this. This wind will remind you that God never forgets those who trust Him. His timing may be mysterious, but His promise is sure. So stay steady. Don't rush what God is perfecting. Every delay is building the foundation for a permanent blessing. Temporary victories can be manufactured by effort, but eternal ones come only by divine timing. Let God complete His work in you. When He's done, no one will be able to deny the transformation. This win will be more than success. It will be revelation. It will show you what happens when a person chooses faith over fear, patience over panic, and surrender over struggle. The divine record of your endurance is about to be rewarded. The same heavens that watched your tears will now witness your triumph. The doors that once refused to open will swing wide without resistance. The people who turned away will see you rise in grace. And in that moment, you will understand why God made you wait. Because what's coming is not ordinary, it's sacred. It's the kind of a blessing that changes a generation. It's the kind of a wind that only God can deliver.